Good evening and welcome to the 2022 New South Wales Premiers Awards. Please welcome Yvonne Weldon from the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council to deliver the Welcome to Country.
Good evening, Premier, Ministers, ladies, gentlemen, sisters and brothers, gender neutral and gender fluid. My name is Yvonne Weldon and I'm a Wiradjuri woman from Carra here in New South Wales, from the waters of the Clare, which later became known as the Lachlan, and of the Murrumbidgee Rivers. I'm the elected Deputy Chairperson of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, who are the culture authority under the Aboriginal Land Rights Act for the land we are on. I'd like to pay my respects to all elders past and present, to all First Nations, to you and the ancestors' lands that you have either travelled from, are from, or are represented virtually here this evening. My people have practiced our traditions for thousands of years and endless generations. One tradition that is shared in various forms across Australia is a welcome to country. It is more than just words or something you tick off on. It is a spiritual process by honouring the ancestors' footsteps we are all walking in, continuing the practice of the many generations before us to the many generations to come, where the sharing and the trading of our resources, our knowledge and our traditions has been my people's way of life since time began. We traded and share amongst the nations, the tribes and the clans that have existed here for over 65,000 years. Traded for necessity and not for empires. The boundaries of our traditional owners are not defined by the hand or by the pen, but through the natural landscapes of the earth. The Eora Nation's country covers the Hawkes River in the north, the Nepean in the west, and the Georges River in the south. On behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, the elders, and the members, I welcome everyone to the land of the Gadigal. I acknowledge Gadigal people and also the people that are online here this evening, whose spirits and ancestors will always remain with this land, our Mother Earth. As we're all gathered here this evening, let us all acknowledge the many warriors that have created pathways for all of us, the ones recognised and those we've never heard of. Our songlines and our customs have sustained us and they are embedded in the core of this nation. The challenges that we're all faced with today is not the same as it was in the last year or so, yet it has become an accepted norm. It can bring a disadvantage that flows on from one generation to the next. The cycle doesn't only change because of policy or legislation. The battles through the endurance of adversity is our greatest evidence that needs to be included in all that we do. It cannot always be about data and the bottom line. Our lived experience needs to be included as well. Human life and people's opportunity, or lack thereof, cannot be rationalised to balance what will never be equal. Utilise your learnings to help others, sharing with others along the way, and use your passion and your commitment to make that positive change that is so needed. And don't let the criticism of others that don't have that same commitment to derail yours. Know that you can create a better future. We are in this together. Think about the difference you can and you are making today that will become the milestones of our futures, all our futures. So let us all draw upon my people's spirits as we continue on our journey. May my people's spirits walk with you and guide you as we strive forward for us all. Again, on behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council, welcome to Gadigal land. This always was, always will be, Aboriginal land. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Yvonne, for delivering a beautiful Welcome to Country. Now, please welcome to the stage your MC for this evening, Helen Daly.
Hello and welcome everyone to this wonderful event, this great room. We've blocked out the view, I'm so sorry, but we want you to be concentrated on and focused on what's going on in this room tonight. I think there's a buzz in the air already. I could feel it when I came in and I think there's a lot of excitement. Welcome to the 2022 New South Wales Premiers Awards for Public Service. My name's Helen Daly And it's an honour to be your MC this evening. I haven't done one of these awards before, but I know some of you, and it's great to see that you are being rewarded and awarded tonight for your efforts. Thank you to Yvonne Weldon for that great welcome to country and for providing that space that we're allowed to come onto your land that you said was never ceded. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and recognise and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing culture and connections to the lands and waters of New South Wales. It really is very exciting for me to be here this evening. It's our first in-person ceremony in 3 years, and I think there's a lot of excitement. So thank you very much for joining us. Joining us in the audience this evening is the Premier of New South Wales, the Honourable Dominic Perrottet MP. Thank you for being here and giving us your time, Premier. They are your awards, so I guess you really had no choice, right? Yeah. Also with us, the Honourable Gabriel Upton MP. Thanks for joining us, Gabriel. New South Wales Department Secretaries, our finalists and special guests, and our viewers joining us online. We're streaming tonight's event. The New South Wales Premier's Awards really celebrate excellence in the delivery of public services to the New South Wales community by the public sector, along with not-for-profit organisations and private businesses in partnership with public sector agencies and departments. By recognising excellence today, we hope to inspire a brighter future for New South Wales and Australia. Despite the massive challenges, I think you'd all agree, and that you've all been part of the past couple of years, public servants have continued to deliver incredible work for the New South Wales community. Today we celebrate the resilience and the innovation of the public sector and recognise the work of all the worthy finalists who are here in the audience, and some are watching online. So this year we received an extremely high calibre of entries from across the sector, giving our review and judging panels quite a difficult task in selecting finalists. Thank you to everyone who submitted a nomination recognising your colleagues. This year there are 9 award categories, 7 team categories and 2 individual categories, all reflecting the key policy priorities of the New South Wales Government. Now, before we meet our finalists, please help me in welcoming to the stage the Premier of New South Wales, the Honourable Dominic Perrottet MP.
Thank you, Helen, and can I begin by thanking Yvonne Weldon for that wonderful welcome to country, as you always do. So I've been Premier for a bit over 12 months now, and I think in my job, one of the things that has really struck me during this period of time is the wonderful spirit of service of everybody across our state. And it's been a pretty difficult few years, obviously, with the bushfires, with the pandemic, with floods, and particularly over the last 12 months. But everywhere I've travelled around the state, I've been very proud to be in this role because I've seen how wonderful and beautiful our people are across New South Wales. And I've seen people in some of those flood-ridden areas who have sacrificed their own lives to look after others, that have looked outside themselves in incredibly difficult times and left their homes to save other people's lives. And that is something that I think we should all be very proud about, to be Australian, and from my perspective, to be people from the great state of New South Wales. But also as part of that, I've seen the coordination in some of the most difficult times in our state's history of the state's public service. And every time I have had an issue or I've seen a problem on the ground, I've been able to speak to Michael Coates-Trotter or speak to ministers in the New South Wales government and have problems fixed. And public service, just like politics, is a vocational job. In the public service, I don't believe you get the accolades and acknowledgement that you deserve. Now, arguably, you don't get the criticism that I get, but I think it's unheralded in the sense of every day you're out there doing one thing in your jobs, and that is making people's lives better. And I've seen that right across the board, and I think particularly in terms of we look over the last 100 years in this state, there has never been a more important time to be in the public service in the difference that you can make. You don't sign up for the good times, you sign up for the difficult times, and that is where you can make a real difference to people's lives. And in my job as Premier, I have seen that firsthand in this role over the last 12 months, and that is why tonight is such an important night. I know you don't sign up for the public service to get awards, you sign up to make a difference. But it's important that we acknowledge excellence. It's important that we come together because through your leadership, you encourage other people and you set an example for other members of the public service to do their job and achieve excellence in the same way that we acknowledge that tonight. So I'll be short, but I just want to thank you very much because I know how hard these jobs are. I know the work that has gone into it, and I know the appreciation is rarely there. But I can say, from what I have seen in my role over the last 12 months, that I'm incredibly proud to be Premier, to see and to have a team behind this government that strives every single day to make people's lives better, and that's what you do. Whether it's the public service or it's politics, we're in the same game. And I want to thank you for everything you've done over the last 12 months. Whether you're a nominee tonight or a winner, the fact you're in this room speaks volumes about your work ethic, your vision, and your spirit of service to our great people across New South Wales. I want to finish just by thanking our secretaries because leadership is important, and the secretaries that are here today. But I'm very blessed to have in my team, in the secretaries of the departments, people who lead the way, run great teams. And I very much appreciate everything that you guys have done over the last 12 months in leading your teams in the public service. And I think your leadership has led to the awards tonight for the recipients. But ultimately, can I say to everybody today, you receive an award or you receive a nomination, doesn't end there. Continue that leadership and we'll make New South Wales a better place as we move forward. Thanks very much.
I'd love you to stay on the stage. You're going to help me, you're going to present the awards as I read them out. But so thank you so much, Premier, for that. And certainly they're fantastic teams. And I've had a quick look at some of the finalists and it's a pretty impressive lineup. As I introduce our finalists, I might ask you to hold your applause till after I announce all the finalists and then, of course, after each winner. But then we do encourage you to show your support with a huge round of applause. Or if you're joining us online, by all means, leave a comment in the live chat because many of our finalists are here in the room, but some are watching along with their broader teams online, and it would give them enormous encouragement to hear and read that you have supported them with comments in the online section. So let's begin with our first category. First category is for excellence in digital innovation. The finalists in this category have been recognised for using digital innovation to make government services more accessible, efficient and effective, securing better outcomes for the people of New South Wales, as Dominic Perrottet has said. The 6 finalists are Digital Birth Certificate from New South Wales Registry of Births, Deaths and Marriages, M4 Smart Motorway from the Infrastructure and Place Team, Transport for New South Wales, Measuring What Matters, Patient Reported Measures Initiative from the New South Wales Agency for Clinical Innovation, Opal Digital Card, Transport for New South Wales. Utilising virtual reality to supplement clinician education from Western Sydney Local Health District. And Virtual Rural Generalist Service from the Western New South Wales Local Health District. Congratulations to all the finalists. Now you can clap. We can breathe a bit. Now we do have an honourable mention in this category. So as I say who they are, they're representatives of this team. Please come up to the stage. The M4 Smart Motorway, New South Wales's first smart motorway, is the runner-up, the honourable mention, I should say, not runner-up. Please come up. So now this was put together by the Infrastructure in Place team at Transport for New South Wales. So the first smart motorway technology eases congestion and better manages traffic flow. In the first year of operation, the M4 Smart Motorway saw a 6-minute improvement in travel time from Penrith to Parramatta. And of course, as we all know, if you're commuting that way, that makes an enormous difference. More importantly, it made an up to 40% reduction in serious traffic accidents. So congratulations, team. The winner in the Excellence in Digital Innovation category is Virtual Rural Generalist Service, Western New South Wales Local Health District. Please come up if they're here. So the Virtual Rural Generalist Service is a support service for Western New South Wales hospitals, enabling rural generalist doctors to provide virtual and face-to-face medical coverage to vulnerable rural communities. Since its implementation, there's been an improved access to medical support closer to home and on country. There's been high service uptake, increased patient satisfaction, and improved support for retaining rural GPs. So congratulations to the team. Our next award category is for a strong economy. Finalists in this category have been recognised for the great work that they're delivering in enabling an economic environment that creates opportunity for citizens, families, for communities, for organisations, and that encourages investment, innovation, and resource management to grow a prosperous New South Wales. The 6 finalists are supporting home ownership for Aboriginal people from Aboriginal Housing Office, the RNA Pilot Facility and Research Initiatives, Department of Enterprise, Investment and Trade, Construction Industry Shutdown Response from Infrastructure New South Wales, New South Wales Electric Vehicle Strategy from the Office of Energy and Climate Change, New South Wales Treasury, a competitive, fully electronic conveyancing industry from the Office of the Registrar General, Department of Customer Service, and Moving More with Less, Snowy Hydro 2.0, Transport for New South Wales. So, round of applause for all those finalists. An honourable mention in this category goes to supporting home ownership for Aboriginal people from the Aboriginal Housing Office. Supporting home ownership for Indigenous people to address the disparity in home ownership in New South Wales between Indigenous and non-Indigenous families, the Aboriginal Housing Office developed the Aboriginal Home Buyer Saver Grants Project. Now, this project enables Indigenous people to overcome barriers to achieve home ownership and all its associated economic and social benefits, including intergenerational change. So, congratulations to that team. Our winner in the strong economy category is Construction Industry Shutdown Response from Infrastructure New South Wales. And as the team comes up, when the New South Wales Government announced a construction pause across Greater Sydney to reduce COVID-19 transmission, the economic impacts of an extended pause would have been pretty significant. As we know, I can see you're all pleased about that winner. Well, maybe not the other finalists, but anyway, you're all worthy. But that's a particularly worthy one. So Infrastructure New South Wales immediately established a construction reopening team to develop a pathway to safely reopen construction, resulting in construction resuming pretty quickly and the industry becoming an early leader in COVID-safe work practices and vaccination. Congratulations to that team. Our next category showcases the great work the New South Wales public sector has been doing to listen and respond to the needs of citizens and deliver improved outcomes by designing services around their needs. Let's take a look at some of the exciting work the public sector is doing for the people of New South Wales.
We are committing to putting the people of New South Wales at the heart of the design and delivery of government services. Across the sector, we're helping citizens to thrive in every stage of life by understanding their needs and ensuring our services are easy to access. Brighter Beginnings supports children, families and carers during the first 2,000 days of life, about up to the time a child starts school. The initiative has made it easier for parents to access education, health, community and government services and provided early interventions to families experiencing disadvantage. On average, parents interact with 17 different New South Wales government websites in the first 5 years of their child's life to try and stay on top of their health and developmental needs. Brighter Beginnings helps parents to access the information they need so children are better supported physically, socially and emotionally. By improving access to services, we're ensuring all children in New South Wales have the best start in life. The Young Farmer Business Program equips young farmers and fishers with the skills and confidence they need to be business ready. Led by the Department of Primary Industries in regional New South Wales, the program provides business skills development and social opportunities for farmers and fishers aged between 18 and 35. Data and insights have ensured the program meets the needs of young business owners, from the language used in program content through to personalised coaching and access to podcasts and training to build good business habits. The Young Farmer Business Program sets the next generation of farmers and commercial fishers up for success, with over 5,000 young people participating in business courses and events since the program began. Some Service New South Wales customers find it difficult to process information in a loud or busy environment, especially those with a sensory disability and the elderly. Service New South Wales staff are making it easier for these customers to have a welcoming and supportive experience by providing Quiet Hour each week in 8 service centres across New South Wales. During Quiet Hour, lighting is dimmed, quieter speaking tones are used, and background noise is reduced, helping to limit sensory stimulation and making visiting Service New South Wales a more accessible and enjoyable experience for these customers. The trial ended in November 2022 and received such positive feedback that plans are being made to expand the program to additional service centres across New South Wales. Thanks to the incredible work of the sector, New South Wales Government is on track to becoming the world's most customer-centric government by 2030. Our customer focus is what makes us a world-class public service.
Give yourselves a clap, by all means. They are pretty incredible programs that do appear to be improving the lives of New South Wales citizens. And a special thank you to Belgan Tran for providing the voiceover and explaining that video. Belgan was our 2021 Public Servant of the Year Award winner, obviously last year, and we're delighted that she's here with us this evening. So let's get to our 6 finalists in this category, putting citizens at the centre. First finalist, One Organisation with the Client at the Centre project from Legal Aid New South Wales, Community Pillar of the Delta Micro Strategy, Multicultural New South Wales, First Nations Support Program, Revenue New South Wales, Engaging with People in New South Wales to connect them with care in the community from Service New South Wales, This Way Up Mental Health Service, the Clinical Research Unit for Anxiety and Depression at St Vincent's Health Network, Digital Vehicle Registration, Transport for New South Wales and Service New South Wales. And the winner in the Putting Citizens at the Centre category is First Nations Support Program from Revenue New South Wales. And as they come up and get their trophy, First Nations people are overrepresented in the fines system, which disproportionately impacts their social and economic participation and results in a cycle of escalating disadvantage. Revenue New South Wales transformed their services to try and increase engagement by developing place-based, data-driven community action plans to tackle local issues. Congratulations to that team. Our next category is highest quality education, nurturing and educating our children and young people through their schooling life and providing access to quality lifelong learning ensures that we have the skills for the jobs of the future to be citizens of the future. By focusing on improving educational outcomes, the people of New South Wales will be ready for the future. 6 finalists in this category, and they are Aboriginal Language and Culture Nests from Aboriginal Outcomes and Partnerships Directorate, Department of Education. Careers New South Wales Pilot from Strategic Priorities, Department of Education. Educational Pathways Pilot Program Expansion from Education and Skills Reform, Department of Education. Rural Access Gap Program from Information and Technology Directorate, the Department of Education. Improving HSC outcomes with a step change in evaluation from Quality Teaching Practice Learning Improvement, Department of Education. Check-in assessments to enable student learning from Student Assessment Online Reporting Team at, you guessed it, the Department of Education. And an honourable mention in this category goes to Rural Access Gap Program from Information and Technology Directorate, Department of Education. Key metrics indicated a growing gap between metropolitan and regional schools and inequities in access to digital tools. To address this divide, the Rural Access Gap program set out to build digital capacity, efficacy and capabilities by supporting over 1,000 rural schools in enabling digital classrooms. Congratulations to that team. And the winner in the highest quality education category is check-in assessments to enable student learning from the Student Assessment Online Reporting Team, Department of Education. In response to concerns that student learning would be impaired from lockdowns, the Department of Education developed rapid assessments to monitor student progression and enable schools to tailor their support. Check-in assessments are an Australian-first tool created to identify potential literacy and numeracy gaps quickly and easily. Congratulations to the team. Our next category showcases the great work the New South Wales Public Service has delivered in responding to the urgent needs of citizens and supporting communities across the state to rebuild in the wake of the devastating natural disasters and the global pandemic. This category is called Recovery and Resilience. Our 6 finalists: COVID-19 Community Response in Regional New South Wales from Far West Local Health District, Learning from Home, a Crisis Solution from the Learning from Home team, Department of Education, Empowering Community Groups from Multicultural New South Wales, COVID-19 and Discharge Shuttle Service from Patient Transport Service at HealthShare New South Wales, Regional New South Wales 2022 Flood Response from Public Works, the Department of Regional New South Wales, and Wilcannia Campervan Convoy from Regional and Outer Metropolitan at Transport New South Wales. An honourable mention in this category goes to Learning from Home, a Crisis Solution from the Learning from Home team at the Department of Education. So as the pandemic escalated through 2020, the Learning from Home team was required to move deftly to design and implement a central, high-quality and accessible digital curriculum for thousands of schools. The team developed over 2,500 teaching and learning instructional videos, resources and digital packs, becoming Australia's leading remote school learning program. Congratulations to the team. The winner in the recovery and resilience category is COVID-19 and discharge shuttle service from Patient Transport Service at HealthShare, New South Wales. And the team as they come up. So to safely transport COVID-19 patients during the Delta outbreak, the Patient Transport Service team worked with National Patient Transport and the Clinical Excellence Commission to implement a new model to safely transport discharged COVID-19 patients from hospital to home via a shuttle service. The result was an improvement in patient flow during the peak of the outbreak, with patients spending less time in hospital. Congratulations to the team. Our next award is a very special one, the Anthea Kerr Award. It's awarded in honour of Anthea Kerr, a former New South Wales public servant. Now, we do have some special guests here to present this award. First, I'd like to invite to the stage the Honourable Gabriel Upton, MP, and then to tell us more about the award and introduce this year's finalists, please welcome to the stage Anthea's children, Lewis and Sarah Waugh.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name's Sarah Waugh and I'm Anthea's daughter. But first of all, I'd like to start by saying how it's a great honour to get to speak alongside my brother Lewis today about who our mum was, what she believed in, and why this award would be so important to her. It is very special for our family to come here every year and witness the amazing work of the public service while celebrating who our mum was. To be honest, I never actually got the chance to fully get to know my mum. She passed away suddenly when I was 7 years old. However, what stands out the most to me was her extremely caring and intelligent personality. She loved being a mum and took her role very seriously. I particularly remember having many quiet moments with her. We'd often do craft activities together, or she'd help me learn something new together. She did have a very confident and at times slightly crazy side to her personality. She enjoyed spending time with family and friends and especially loved things like karaoke. My mum was also a very proud public servant. I know from her colleagues that she was a fierce but caring leader and worked hard for a job that she was very passionate about. One of the reasons the government established this award was inspired by her interest in mentoring young public servants, in particular, young women like me. She rose quickly to work at an executive level, which was, to be frank, at the time, largely dominated by men. I'm extremely proud to have her as a role model and to be inspired by her dedication as I've entered my adult life.
Hello everyone. I was 9 years old when my mother Anthea passed away back in 2011, so I wasn't able to form a very clear memory of her at that young age. So as I've grown older, I've focused on piecing together who she was and what she stood for. Work colleagues, be them her leaders, mentors such as figures like Graham Head, peers or team members have reiterated the same message of who Anthea was. She was a young, extremely intelligent and driven woman who stood firmly for what the public service of New South Wales could achieve for its citizens. Another trait I've heard repeated from her colleagues is the length she would go to mentor and support the people in her teams, be that with professional guidance, career mentoring, or the ever-important team-building cake morning teas or after-work karaoke sessions she used to put on. Mentoring was important to Mum. She supported a number of younger public servants from across the sector, particularly younger women who showed promise and enthusiasm. This award, named in her honour, holds such a tender place in my heart because it upholds her professional values and provides practical support to the next generation of brilliant young leaders. Mum would have loved to be here tonight and hear these remarkable stories of personal and public achievement for the people of New South Wales. I'm so glad that the government and public service in this state recognises its rising stars who put in a level of effort beyond what is expected of them. All nominees tonight are exemplary and extremely deserving of mentoring and support. So, 6 finalists for this year's Anthea Kerr Award are Andrew Clifton from the Millfield Public School, Department of Education. Andrew is an amazing educational leader who has demonstrated strategic leadership of staff, management of multiple whole school programs, and outstanding support of students through positive working relationships with the community. Courtney James from the Western Sydney Local Health District. Courtney is a proud Wiradjuri woman and caring midwife in the new Aboriginal caseload model at Westmead Hospital. Courtney's understanding of Indigenous communities is invaluable when providing culturally sensitive care to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women during pregnancy, birth, and the critical postnatal period. Mary Nguyen, Transport of New South Wales. Mary has proven herself to be one of Transport's highest achieving young employees. Her engineering and planning capability has led to the development of multiple innovative solutions in one of the cluster's most complex areas, track work possession management. Mary is an inspiring leader, mentor, and advocate, and is invaluable to the organisation.
And now for the next 3, there's Rosie Oldfield from the Department of Enterprise, Investment and Trade. Rosie embodies the values of public service and is passionate in delivering for the people of New South Wales. She combines deep analytical and project management skills with a desire to achieve the best outcome. She has a knack of taking on complex problems and bringing together teams to make opportunities happen. Rosie is also a leading figure in the Young Professionals Network, facilitating connection and culture across the department and cluster. There's Alexander Pritchard from HealthShare New South Wales. Alexander led the transportation of COVID-positive patients across New South Wales. The Delta outbreak significantly increased the number of transfers, resulting in the team moving to a 24-hour service. Despite the challenging nature of the work, Alex ensured his team were well supported while working with local health districts to achieve the best outcomes for patients. And finally, there's Anna Yanashkabar, Sydney Opera House. Anna has been instrumental in deepening the Sydney Opera House's ability to deliver positive social impacts. She led the development and implementation of their diversity, inclusion and belonging strategy, extended the organisation's reconciliation action plan commitments, and developed a holistic approach to social and environmental sustainability through the UN Sustainable Development Goals. That's all the finalists for tonight.
So, the winner and very deserving winner of the Anthea Kerr Award for 2022 is Courtney James.
Another round of applause for Courtney. Courtney, come over and speak to me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an honour for you, I'm sure.
Truly, I'm lost for words.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you for a few words. Can you just give us a bit of an idea how important it is for you to win this award, but also if you can think about how important it is for you to be with the Indigenous women as they're going through childbirth, how important you are to them.
Of course, look, being Aboriginal myself and having the opportunity to work with Aboriginal women and their families embeds this cultural trust with our women who do have a bit of a broken perception of hospitals and how they interact with us. So having that opportunity to help work towards that gap and that trust is super, super important to me. I am from the country in Parkes, so obviously I've seen the impacts that it can do in small rural towns and that of places like Sydney. And look, my women appreciate it and I love what I do. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be the midwife I am today. And yeah, this award means heaps. I can only strive to be like Anthea and get to that executive position one day.
We're very proud of you. Thank you. Thank you to Courtney and thank you to Lewis and Sarah for presenting that special award. Our next category is Securing Justice and Opportunity for Vulnerable People, which recognises the great work our finalists do to deliver improved social outcomes and equality of opportunity for people across New South Wales. Let's meet the finalists. Make No Doubt Sexual Consent Campaign from the Department of Communities and Justice. Pathways to Employment from Corrective Services New South Wales, Boarding Houses, Vulnerable Population Becoming More Visible from the Sydney Local Health District. Domestic Violence, Routine Screening in the Royal North Shore Hospital Emergency Department from the Northern Sydney Local Health District. Southwestern Sydney Prenatal Team from the Southwestern Sydney District Department of Communities and Justice, and Justice Advocacy Service from Strategy, Policy and Commissioning at the Department of Communities and Justice. And we have an honourable mention and a winner for this category. So the honourable mention goes to Justice Advocacy Service from Strategy, Policy and Commissioning at the Department of Communities and Justice. So the Justice Advocacy Service fills this critical service gap in supporting people with a cognitive impairment in contact with the criminal justice system. The service responds to research that suggests that people with cognitive impairment are overrepresented in the criminal justice system, and they're overlooked as a disability cohort. To date, the service has provided statewide support to over 4,000 victims, witnesses, suspects and defendants with a cognitive impairment during interactions with police and legal representatives at court and in custody. So congratulations to your team. The winner in Securing Justice and Opportunity category is Pathways to Employment, Corrective Services New South Wales. As the team comes up, research also suggests ex-offenders who gain stable employment after release from prison are 50% less likely to return to custody. The team established a pilot program to implement a structured process to enhance employment opportunities for women. This included a new service delivery model to address identified support gaps, engagement with employers, and pre- and post-release tailored employment programs. Congratulations to the team. Our next category is the Well-Connected Communities with Quality Local Environments Award, and it recognises the support given to create local communities where the people of New South Wales can enjoy the best quality of life no matter where they live. So our finalists are Aboriginal Mental Health, Partnerships Towards Excellence from Aboriginal Mental Health Service, Southeastern Sydney Local Health District. Road to Home at Cabarita Reserve from Aboriginal Strategy and Outcomes, Roads to Home from the Department of Planning and Environment. Working with local communities to support social and economic outcomes at Brewarrina from Property and Development New South Wales. The benefits of investing in social housing capital maintenance from New South Wales Land and Housing Corporation. Decarbonising paediatric cancer care, the Sydney Children's Hospitals Network. and everyone's business learning about stolen generation from Workforce Inclusion and Experience at the New South Wales Public Service Commission. We also have a winner and an honourable mention for this category. So the honourable mention is awarded to Benefits of Investment in Social Housing Capital Maintenance from Portfolio Management and Policy Innovation Divisions at New South Wales Land and Housing Corporation. So Land and Housing are pioneering new ways to manage its social housing portfolio of 125,000 homes to provide safe, appropriately maintained properties. They have produced an Australian first in costing the benefits of investment in a social housing capital maintenance program and making sure that goes ahead. Congratulations to both teams. Oh, haven't mentioned the second one yet. Congratulations to the runner-up, the honourable mention. So our winner in the Well-Connected Communities category is working with local communities to support social and economic outcomes at Brewarrina from Property and Development, New South Wales. So when asked to find an alternative use for Brewarrina Correctional Facility, community feedback highlighted the need for a women's drug and alcohol rehabilitation centre. This team worked collaboratively with Brewarrina Local Aboriginal Land Council, transferring part of the land for cultural preservation and agricultural enterprises, with the remaining land transferred to provide drug and alcohol rehab services. Congratulations to both teams. So we're heading to our final award this evening, and it is the New South Wales Public Servant of the Year Award. To introduce this award, please welcome to the stage the New South Wales Public Service Commissioner, Katharina Lowe, and to help present this award, welcome back. And sorry to ask you to do that, Gabriel, with your foot in a boot, but you managed very well before. So if you wouldn't mind coming back again, the Honourable Gabriel Upton MP. Please make them welcome.
Thank you, Helen, and hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening to present the award for the 2022 New South Wales Public Servant of the Year. This award recognises exemplary work and outstanding leadership from an individual working for the New South Wales Government. It celebrates an exceptional individual who demonstrates a world-class public service. This year we have 6 finalists. Let's take a look at their work.
I've got the great privilege of being the Chief Executive of Multicultural New South Wales, where we engage extensively with the communities to make sure their voice and lived experience is heard and understood right across the New South Wales Government. For the past 12 months, we have walked shoulder to shoulder with our incredibly culturally diverse community of New South Wales to help them navigate a once-in-a-100-year pandemic. The fact that our community has been so willing to help disseminate the health advice, get vaccinated and really champion positive government messaging right across the entire state is largely because of the collective efforts of all of you, all of our public servants across the state, but also the wonderful trust and social capital that we've built with these great community and these leaders and religious leaders over the past 40 years.
When I had the opportunity to work at Kudos Bank Arena and lead the team there, we were able to vaccinate over 340,000 recipients in over a 13-week period. This, was great because we were really able to contribute and support the community and bringing the community back to normality and really helping to end the lockdowns. I do share this category with a couple of my colleagues from Western Sydney Local Health District. And it's also an honour to be there with them.
The Opera House is a gift built to serve the community. We have about 11 million visitors to the site. We put on about 2,000 shows attended by 1.8 million people. 700,000 people pay to take a guided tour, and thousands more join us online. It's been absolutely fantastic over the last 10 years to be able to renew this building for future generations. And now, on our 50th anniversary, to open it up for the whole community is more than special. It's extraordinary.
My role as the Northern New South Wales Welfare Services Functional Area Coordinator is to establish and coordinate evacuation centres and ensure the effective delivery of disaster welfare services between the Clarence Valley and Tweed Heads. What's special about my role is that I'm able to support disaster-affected communities, providing comfort, immediate assistance and guidance through a really difficult time in their lives. I'm able to advocate and ensure the safety and care of these communities and people within our evacuation centres. I work with a wonderful team where we're able to embrace challenges together and work through these in order to achieve positive outcomes for our communities.
We're responsible for looking at the health and well-being of the community from a population health level, focusing on protecting, promoting and preventing illness, particularly infectious diseases and chronic diseases within the community. Working for New South Wales Government means I get to work with an amazing, diverse variety of individuals. It means working for the community and the people that we serve. It's looking at what their needs are, looking at how we can meet those needs, and being able to have the community go with us on this journey to finding good health and well-being as a community.
Since the Delta outbreak in July 2021, I had the opportunity to work as the medical lead of COVID in Touch, which was our response in Western Sydney to COVID-19 and to manage COVID-19 in the community at a pandemic level. We didn't just focus on COVID-19 and that care, but also addressed health literacy around COVID-19 and home isolation, around the social needs of the patients, and calling our patients every day to check in on them and making sure that we're safe. We actually simply reviewed and debriefed about every patient every day to make sure we're learning from each patient to provide better care the next day. We've now delivered care for over 40,000 patients.
Congratulations to all of our finalists on delivering this incredible work. And the moment we've all been waiting for, the 2022 New South Wales Public Servant of the Year is Amanda Causley from the Department of Communities and Justice. Congratulations, Amanda.
Another round of applause for Amanda. I'm going to get Amanda to come over and speak to me. I'm going to put you on the spot too, Amanda. Congratulations. Come forward,
thank you.
please. What a great honour for you, and we're thrilled that you did the work that you did for all of us in New South Wales. You led the coordination of something like 54 evacuation centres in northern New South Wales, supporting those communities affected by the floods. Now, that sounds incredibly daunting, but also incredibly difficult to do that. So was there one secret to how you managed to get that through? And what did you learn about yourself as a leader during that period?
I don't know if there was one secret, but definitely a team of supportive colleagues that did help me through. Being there to support all the communities that were severely affected by the floods in northern New South Wales was just amazing, and being able to establish a safe spot in evacuation centres quite quickly and effectively, and all their people's needs being met in the one spot. The devastation that was seen during the floods, seen with my own eyes and quite impactful. But just seeing, being able to help people and their immediate needs during that time, just being able to be helpful and be supportive, going through quite a stressful time. And for myself, I think trying to remain calm myself so that I can coordinate everybody effectively and strategically so we can serve our communities.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd really have to, have compassion there, but sort of park that a little bit so that you can keep your emotion in check and
Absolutely.
just do the job you have to do.
Absolutely, yes. Just to be able to remain calm and focused, and like you said, just do the job we're there to do, which is to support our communities that have been affected by the disaster that's on hand, and just to be there providing support for those immediate needs. Yes.
Well, I think your colleagues...
Very proud, very honoured.
Well, all your colleagues are very proud of you too, and I'm speaking on behalf of the people of New South Wales, so thank you so much, Amanda Causley.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Our New South Wales Public Servant of the Year. Well, what an uplifting evening it's been. That does conclude the evening's awards ceremony, and congratulations to all the winners, the finalists, the nominees, the honourable mentions, all the teams that came together tonight. Thank you for joining us in the room. Thank you for joining us online. It's really been wonderful to meet many of you and hear about the incredible work and the services that you deliver for the people of New South Wales. Thank you to Premier Dominic Perrottet, Gabriel Upton, to the New South Wales Public Service Commissioner Katharina Lowe, to all the department heads, to Michael Coutts-Trotter, thank you for being here. And also thank you to Lewis and Sarah Waugh and the Kerr family for being here. You did splendidly, so thank you for that award. Well, that's all I have to say. There'll be a little magic voiceover coming over to tell you what's next. But thank you to the audience for being here. I'm Helen Daly. Have a great evening.